The year gone by replayed a key role in the worldwide fintech time. Fintech in 2020 is expected to dive deeper into such short-term insurance solutions. B2B startup in the fintech space scaling growth. Do you often the picture upon the scenario of hassle-free daily life? Everything at doorstep ready to go, it click allowing to be the unambassador and stress-free. A whole new year of fintech makes eager dive huge possibilities, that is the pipelines, smartphones, internet of the thing making immensely simple and interesting. These two pillars being based on the fintech in 2020 will build a world for a daily consumer with AI. Blockchain and IT working more wonderful in the begin within 2019. The year gone by played a key role worldwide fintech time capsules. The fintech conservation in 2019 much awaited advantage in 5G. Rise of smart fintech startups creating user-friendly applications, the exponential rise the smartphone users, and more simplified digital infrastructure. Fintech is the beneficially reshaped entire financial service and payment space, customized solution, foundation supports, and notable development in sectors including education, insurance, and credit management. In there, another industry that could more theoretical in its evaluation within such short span of time. As per the Vision of 2020 report, India fast becoming digital economy with billion mobile phones, 330 millions of internet users, 94% on wireless devices, and 240 million smartphones. If there is one question on must ask oneself of the year, it should be how quickly can one innovate, upgrade existing technology, ride on the next wave of the fintech developments. Because of the time required of a new technologies upgrades to convert real-time data available for access hands consumers to the common man of fintech might still around new, but it's been around of years, including yet not limited quick payment solutions, automated banking, trading, along the consumer oriented online shopping and mobile banking. The vision of 2020 report startup and the past 3 years, fintech startup the working of blockchain have attracted the venture capital funding in 1.4 billion. The inception of the technologies such as IoT, AI, blockchain will be revent on where whole transaction experience of the users in the time of cost efficiency while enabling multi-penetration and simple design interface in the remote location. We can expect further movement of blockchain-based fintech solutions, cross-border forex payment model, and similar avenues scope of payment solution. Some of the other areas there is see fintech business moving on 2020. It would be the interesting see how penetration insurance will dive deeper on the role in life, non-life and micro insurance will need to be accessible with transparent pricing, alternative ways expanding covers through the digital channels, for instance of insurance that allows to insured protected against element caused by its effect perfume. Blockchain, UAE, India leverage blockchain for agri trading and more. Not only these bit of sized solution, easier place on digital channels can be purchased in single click. As per survey Enterprise India, the education market in India forecast almost double, that is 180 billion by 2020. Important market for fintech with increased demand quality education in the country. The education sector is already moving towards easier access, interaction, scholarships, lower interest, backward education loans offered by payment solution by school fees, changing the landscape of the leading. The fintech landscape is grown producers of layman of faster processing documentation, personalized services much differently on the head. In 2020, alternative methods of loans credit large unable populations countries see further the facilities, for instance, P2P lending, trend doing rounds of the past years, eliminate the basic need of securing deposits rather than lender receives the internet by leading to others. The study of reported on every three fintech companies planning to adopt blockchain in 2020. The approach in 2020 expected more beneficial, adopting more protective strategical mechanism towards increase the infrastructure, employing combination of multi-layer authentication of insurance behaviors, biometric, real-time monitoring for the similar some instrumental control cyber risks that being fintech application. Although the number of fintech startup increasing by the day by day, leadership role, gender at present, the gender gap of fintech exists widely three different levels. Women as the founder of fintech startup, women working for the fintech organization, as well as the women who fintech users 2020 is expected to bridge gender gap with more and more women entering the fintech space. B2B startup is the fintech sector. B2B is the startup fintech sector in scaling growth, customer servicing, and profitly faster 2020 likely see qualitative in momentum of servicing. Digital B2B result startup space high customer engagement. Collaboration is a key. Almost 80% of the financial institutions have entered in fintech partnership. While collaborating between the banks, fintech companies at different level of public and private will be on the rise. Other multinational companies a present PwC research shows the 44% of those who earn $75,000 a year would be technology company. Peer-to-peer payments is the rises of 68% among the and making more 100 billions in number of shows growing the trust customer of platform. So that's it from my side.
Let me
And
continue.
I can continue.
Okay.
Financial institutions serve as intermediaries by channeling the savings of individuals, businesses, and governments into loans or investments. They are major players in the financial marketplace with more than $12 trillion of financial assets under their control. They often serve as the main source of funds for businesses and individuals. Some financial institutions accept customer savings deposits and lend this money to other customers or to firms. In fact, many firms rely heavily on loans from institutions for their financial support. Financial institutions are required by the government to operate within established regularity guidelines. The key customers of financial institutions are the key suppliers of funds to financial institutions and the key demanders of funds from financial institutions are individuals, businesses, and governments. The savings that individual customers place in financial institutions provide these institutions with a large portion of their funds. Individuals not only supply funds to financial institutions but also demands funds from them in the form of loans. However, individuals as a group are the net suppliers for financial institutions. They save money, they save more money than they borrow. Firms also deposit some of their funds in financial institutions, primarily in checking accounts with various commercial banks. Like individuals, firms also borrow funds from these institutions, but firms are net demanders of funds. They borrow more money than they save. Governments maintain deposits of temporary idle funds, certain tax payments, and social security payments in commercial banks. They do not borrow funds directly from financial institutions, although by selling their debt securities to various institutions, governments indirectly borrow from them. The government, like business firms, is typically a net demander of funds. It typically borrows more than it saves. And we also see the challenges in customer retention. While client onboarding and customer satisfaction process are in place, a comprehensive view of customers' behavior across all business line with a link to result is still lacking. Personalization will be the prime driver of marketing success within 5 years. The companies need to develop to stay ahead of the curve or use advantages in technology, data, and analytics to create a much more personal and human experience across all business lines, and use ecosystem to personalize that customer journey. Creating connection between different actors of the customer journey represents a big opportunity in the next level of personalization and will contribute to provide more seamless and consistent consumer experience across all stages of their decision journey. And our approach to successful customer retention strategy are: a global understanding of your business mixed with ample benchmarks and success stories is key. We are able to advise our clients on the best strategy to improve customer retention. Our references both in financial and insurance sector gave to our client a competitive advantage. First one is conduct a stage of strategy intensive around the topic of inorganic innovation. And second one is invite an expert to come in and speak to your leadership team. And the third one is set up a workshop or an internal executive round table. And the fourth one is adopt a more specific and personal communication with customers. A recent study conducted by Victanius in Europe showed that more than 2 in 5 financial services customers say they rarely or never receive relevant marketing communications from financial services companies they have used it before or currently using. And also, as fintech brands like Venmo, Stripe, Square, etc., grow more popular with consumers and institutions, expand their services and offerings, the pressure is on for all financial services companies to improve communication strategies with current customers. Across industries, leading companies recognize the importance of customer retention and continue to invest heavily in the financial services sector. This is no different. However, retention in this space is now tougher to maintain as customers encounter more options than ever in the financial marketplace. On the plus side, the majority of customers say that they are not considering switching to a new financial services company, and incorporate educational content. Most providers use email marketing to communicate with customers, but these emails are often seen as self-promotion. Instead, create educational content that indirectly relates to your offerings and positions your company as a valuable resource for financial advice. And personalized email messages based on age. In financial service industry, a consumer's age significantly influences the services and information he or she needs. It's also important to remember that consumers' financial situations change significantly as they age. And be convenient. Convenience is a major factor in consumer decision to engage with any brand or organization, and financial services companies are no exception. Using a bank or financial institution should be an easy part of everyday life for consumers. If it's not, they will switch to a provider that offers greater convenience and show you care about their preferences. One way to keep customers around is by showing that you truly care about what they want from your company when it comes to marketing communication. As new financial services and fintech brands capture the attention of consumers and reshape their expectations for financial organizations, it's time to rethink your strategies for improving retention. Yeah, that's it from my side.
Let me continue. So banks and smaller financial technology firms have a slightly adversarial relationship, but there are ways that they can work together to form a dream team. Financial institutions have a long history of moving slowly when it comes to change, which may be why they are uncomfortable in the face of fintech firms. The always on, constant rush of change that pervades the financial technology industry may feel disruptive, but rising startups are helping older and steadier institutions discover the value of deep personal relationship with their clients. Banking has shifted significantly in the past decade from being a physical location to become a method of conveniently accessing wealth regardless of a client's physical location. Are banking professionals now be able to acknowledge the larger value that fintech organization bring to their customer relationship, making their partnership a match made in heaven? So here the customer expectation, perhaps the guiding light for this partnership is the expectations of the mutual customers. As younger generations enter the workforce and require a storage facility for their funds, the reality is that no one-stop shop is going to answer everyone's needs. Customers today have much higher expectation than in the past that they can checks can be their checks can be deposited from their phone, their funds are available immediately, security levels are appropriate for the Pentagon, mortgages and loans are approved in minutes and can be signed online, responses to questions are available online all through the year 24 by 7. Managing their account is an easy as using our thumbprint to securely access an app. While some banks are making great strides towards achieving these ideal for customer access and usability, others are struggling within the space. That's where fintech, financial technology firms, we enter into the picture. Here, let us discuss what is technological innovation. Banking has always relied on innovation and technology to resolve customer needs, and that's never been true than with today's current wave of requirements. From crowdfunding to currency exchange, online lending to tech-enabled payments, technology is driving how individuals and organizations interact with their finances. Regardless of what financial technology organizations want people to think, advances in technology are more evolutionary than revolutionary, as online banking and even banking experience and even ATMs are relatively new technological advances when we consider the lifetime of banking experience. Most of today's advances are for the convenience of customers as much as to provide economies of scale and additional security to financial institutions. There are challenges and opportunities for banks. Banks have hundreds of years of history and knowledge of their customer upon which to draw, but they don't always have the nimble infrastructure required to respond to the ever changing needs of consumer today. Banks tend to place more value in the face to face interactions that have driven the conversation in the past instead of the ultimate convenience craved by busy individuals in today's digital world. However, banks have used their time well by building up trust, creating regulatory and security frameworks, and a deep understanding of government compliance needs as well as globalization requirements. Banks have a huge boon that most startups would love to have: deep pockets. While they move a little slower than a more nimble organization, they are able to stand the test of time and make the investments needed to bring the organizations up to par with, with customer expectations. Challenges and opportunities for finance technology firms are: while technology is pervasive, smaller fintech firms still tend to focus on a relatively small slice of the overall financial services. Often, these smaller organizations are formed to solve one specific business problem instead of the wide gamut of services. Fintech is certainly a wide gamut of services that are offered by brick of mortar banks. From micro lending to digital currency, fintech is certainly here to stay, but they are not expected to be available to challenge the dominance of banks anytime soon. On the flip side, financial technology startups are often savvy and proactive, looking for specific business challenges where they can innovate and vastly improve the current customer experience offered by the large banking counterparts. So we require a deeper partnerships. Seeing how fintech and banks could work together doesn't take much of a stretch. While the larger banks offer the expensive pockets and core deep understanding of regulations, security, and the customer, financial technologists get how customers want to interact with their finances in today's always on digital world. The thin veneer of technology that many banks have spread over the current operations, providing tellers with a tablet, offering online or mobile banking with limited functionality, these are not true transformation within the space. This is where the technology gurus step up with knowledge of big data and an understanding of how to interact with individuals fluidly across diverse digital properties. Finding the right partnerships within the space will allow both types of organization to leverage their best practices and knowledge to provide customers with a sticky experience that will make them not just customers but evangelists for the brands. While fintech firms and banks may currently have a bit of complicated relationship, the partnerships that will come out of conversation will benefit both sides of the fence. However, the biggest benefit to these dream partnerships may be for the most important people in the relationship, the customers. When you are ready to learn more about how our organization can leverage the power of technology to reach more customers and meet their needs more effectively, we can improve and we can form a dream team. Or we have to establish some technological proficiency and make sure this partnership of banks and fintech technology works well. The financial sector is growing at a shocking rate as fintech push the industry to new limits and redefine the relationship between customers and their finances. As new solutions are developed and industry stalwarts steer their offerings in fresh, new directions and partner with up and coming players, we see that the relation between fintechs and traditional banks has been one of the most promising in terms of fighting fraud. Since the beginning, security has always been a critical part of financial systems, starting with the walls and guards present in some of the oldest banks in the world. Remember the age of romanticized bank robbers. It's clear we have been a long way. We have come a long way. Now, these are the hackers who have the capacity to destroy a financial services. So we have to uh, uh, be serious with these security things. With 82% of financial service companies planning to increase fintech partnerships in the next 3 to 5 years, the goal of deepening innovation in the financial sector seems promising. While the range of solutions and use cases is broad, undermining these efforts is the principle that technology service serves an important role in bridging the gap between necessary financial services and populations who have been historically excluded from the traditional financial system. Competition among fintech is fierce, but strategic partnerships will trusted with trusted names in the industry help bring them forward. At the same time, banks are striving to remain relevant and can do so by layering fresh technology on top of their traditional services and often legacy systems. This allows them to avoid a complete overhaul of operations while keeping their seat at a global table. The result is a functional and mutually beneficial relationship between banks and fintech. Banks remain competitive with leading edge services while fintech companies score market reach and the solid reputations of their bank partners. The speed at which digital services are evolving today is remarkable, but it has its downside. Banks must be vigilant about protecting their assets, but face an uphill battle as the what to protect and who to protect it from are constantly rapidly changing. Fortunately, fintech often possess the right mix of agility and scalability to adapt and respond to these changes quickly. Thus, their bank partners can benefit too. These partnerships can be extremely complex, especially considering how solutions will integrate into existing operations and infrastructure. Uh, Yet, despite these challenges, fintech is well positioned to foster one of the most innovative and secure ecosystems in the traditional financial industry. So, with the rise of mobile banking, an area of the financial ecosystem where bank and fintech partners are inherently tied, customer experience is absolutely influential, and customer experience is absolutely influential in avoiding fraud. In recent years, the online banking interface has been created, evolved, and adjusted to satisfy customers in efforts to maximize migration and partnership in this new channel. So that's where the people come from. And banks and financial technology could be the dream team because we can grow in a inclined manner. So that's it from my side.
I'll continue from this. Financial institutions have a long history of moving slowly when it comes to change, which may be why they are uncomfortable in the face of fintech firms. The always on constant rush of change that prevents the financial technology industry may feel discrepant and but rising startups are helping older and stronger institutions discover the value of deep personal relationships with their clients. Banking has shifted significantly in the past decade from being a physical location to become a method of conveniently accessing wealth regardless of a client's physical location. A banking professionals now able to acknowledge the larger values that fintech organizations bring to the customer relationship, making these partnerships a match made in heaven. Perhaps the guiding light for the partnership is the expectations of their mutual customers. As younger generations enter the workforce and require a storage facility of their funds, the reality is that no one stop shop is going to answer everyone's needs. Customers today have much higher expectations than in the past. Checks can be deposited from the phone, funds are available immediately, security levels are appreciated for the Pentagon, responses to questions are available 24 by 7. Managing their accounts is as easy as using your thumbprint to securely access an app. While some banks are making great strides towards achieving these ideas for customer access and usability, others are struggling within the space. That's where fintech firms enter the picture. Banking has always relied on innovation and technology to resolve customer needs, and that's need never been true than with True's current wave of requirements. From crowdfunding to currency exchange, online leading to tech enabled payments, technology is driving how individuals and organizations interact with their finances. Regardless of what financial technology organizations want people to think, advances in technologies are more evolutionary than revolutionary. As online banking and even ATMs are relatively new technology advances, when you consider the lifetime of banking experience, most of today's advances are for the convenience of customers as much as to provide economies of scale and additional security to financial institutions. Challenges and opportunities for banks. Banks have hundreds of years of history and acknowledgement of their customer upon which to draw, but they don't always have the nimble infrastructure required to respond to the ever changing needs of consumers today. Banks tend to place more value face to face interactions that have driven the conversation in the past instead of the ultimate convenience grabbed by busy individuals in today's digital world. However, banks have used their time well by building up trust, creating regulatory and security framework, and a deep understanding of government compliance needs as well as globalization requirements. Banks have a huge boon that most startups would love to have deep pockets while they move a little slower than a more nimble organization. They are able to stand the test of time and make the investments needed to bring the organizations up to par with customer expectations. While technology is pervasive, smaller fintech firms still tend to focus on a relatively small slice of the overall financial services fee. Often, these smaller organizations are formed to solve one specific business problem instead of the wide gamut of services that are offered by brick and mortar banks. From micro lending to digital currency, fintech is certainly here to stay, but they are not expected to be able to challenge the domains of banks anytime soon. Seeing how fintech and banks could work together does not take much of a stretch. While the larger banks offer the expensive pockets and core deep understanding of regulations, security, and the customer, financial technologists get how customers want to interact with their finances in today's always on digital world. The thin veneer of technology that many banks have spread over their current operations, providing tellers with a tablet offering online or mobile banking with limits functionalities. These are not true transformations within the space. This is where the technology will step up with acknowledgement of being data and understanding of how to interact with the individuals freely across diverse digital properties. Finding the right partnerships within the space will allow both types of organizations to leverage their practices and acknowledgement to provide customers with a sticky experience that will make them not just customers but evangelists for the brands. While fintech firms and banks may currently have a bit of a complicated relationship, the partnerships that will come out of conversations will benefit both sides of fence. However, the biggest benefits to these dream partnerships may be for the most important people in the relationship, the customers, when you are already to learn more about how your Calgary organization can leverage the power of technology to reach more customers and meet them more efficiently. That's it from my side.